a short film today. It's a review. Stick with us because I've got a really nice bit of kit. The BPS Adventure. Yep, a fantastic bushcraft knife. A fantastic budget bushcraft knife. I don't think you can get anything better for the money. Let me show you, it's an absolute beauty. Beautiful dangler. Fantastic with that dangler on, makes a big difference. Quick type up for 10 minutes, get us out at rain. We're out all day and what have you, so there's no point getting wet through, is the Billy, eh? So the knife, so while I'm under here, sheltering from this rain for a minute, let's just have a quick look at it. Beautiful bit of kit. It's pretty, and I mean, it is pretty lightweight. I've got a few notes down here, it's 170 grams in weight. So, for a good strong bushcraft / survival knife, that's pretty light. It's a lovely handle. Yep, a lovely handle made out of walnut. So all that needs is oiling every now and then. I mean, knives can be, sometimes it's handy to try them in your hand depending how big your hands are. I mean, I won't say I've got massive hands, but I've got quite biggish hands. But that fits really nice. I've done a fair bit of carving and bits and pieces with it recently, and no fatigue in my hand. It just feels, it's just a nice size. So yeah, I would definitely get one of these. Yeah, if I was in the market for a knife, I'd be looking for one of these, definitely. I think they're a belter. Yeah, Morras are lovely, and for the money they're fantastic, but you've got the full tang here for not much more than one of the cheaper Morras. Yep. I've got a 10% discount as well, which would get you a few quid off if you wanted it. But yeah, I think for the money, I go for one of these over a Morra. Fire sparks fantastically as well, I'll show you. But this knife, it's not going to be staying with me. This one's going to my son Jack. He's not got a good strong bushcraft knife like this, so he's got an old Morra and what have you. So this will be great to accompany him on his travels as well, and hopefully last him a lifetime and pass it down to one of his sons if he has any. But yeah, the good one. The blades, 1066 carbon steel. You can see the BPS logo embossed on it there. So it's a really good blade. I mean, that is my go-to steel. My other knife, my main knife that I use, yep, is I've got a Lois felt. That's 1066 carbon steel. With the same grind, it's got a Scandi grind, so it's really easy to sharpen. Yep, really easy to sharpen these Scandi grinds. So as far as maintenance wise for a carbon blade, dead easy to sharpen. Obviously carbon can pick up a little bit of patina and rust and what have you, so you've got to wipe it down when you've used it and what have you, but I think carbon steel is the way to go. Easy to sharpen and easy to maintain that edge. But it's a lovely blade. I mean, lengthwise, we're looking at, that's 5.3 inches. So, some people say a bushcraft knife should be palm thickness. That's a little bit further. But, that's why I chose that knife. I've got other ones that are that sort of length. So I thought I might as well get one a little bit longer. And it is fantastic. Extra blade length is lovely for when you're slicing through, when you're making feather sticks and stuff like that. The total length is 10 inch, top to bottom, yeah. So, you know, it's a good size knife, but not too big. It's like I say, it's not heavy, so it's not a big heavy chopper. It's just a nice lightweight knife, but with a good length of blade. The thickness of the blade is 2.9mm, which again I think is on the money. Any thicker, sometimes it can be hard. I mean, I like a knife. I like to take one knife out of me as a rule. I know one is none, two is one, you know, etc. But I always have my pen knife and other stuff, my sack and other bits and pieces. But you're not going to take two big knives like this out with you. But I like one knife to be able to do everything. I like it to be able to chop my veggies. I like it to be able to make my feather sticks. I like it to be able to make my tent pegs and my pot hangers. I like to be able to carve a spoon with it, a spatula. I like that one, even skin a rabbit, you know, fillet a fish, etc. I like that one knife to be able to do it all. And that 2.9mm, I think, enables you to do it better than a big, thick, heavy bushcraft knife. Yeah, and yet it's still strong enough to batten and things like that. The dangler makes a real difference. Really handy to have a dangler, especially for the stuff like what we do. For sitting in canoes, for sitting down at camp. Yep, it pushes the knife out of the way, it saves that bending of the sheath, and it's got room to manoeuvre. So however I'm sitting, that dangler's got room to manoeuvre. So really nice sheath, obviously with the ferrous steel in there, cowhide, good thick sheath. You can see how thick it is there. It's a really lovely sheath. Holds the knife nice and secure. Yep, I like one that buries the handle in. Yep, it's nice and secure, so you're not going to lose that when you're walking around and climbing about in the forest. Fits lovely, secure in there. It's a beautiful sheath, well made. I'll quickly change the torque configuration just to give me a little bit more room, because this rain's setting in. Doesn't look like it's going to go anytime soon. So that's my normal knife, that's my Lloyd's felt, that's my go-to knife. Yeah, this is the BPS. So you can see it's that little bit longer, that little bit deeper, a slight different shape on the blade. But for 40 quid, that is an absolute beauty and a no-brainer. 130 quid, you might be looking at this nowadays. It was probably about, I think it was about 100 quid when I got it quite a few years ago. Fantastic knife. But if I was in the market now and I was looking to buy myself a knife now, I would probably invest in one of these, definitely, because I could see that that'd probably last me a lifetime. Yep, yep. I mean, this is my go-to knife, and that's going to stay as my go-to knife. So Jack's going to be using that one, yeah, because he hasn't got one. So I'm going to give him that. But it is, if I needed one, I would be using that. It's a beauty. An all-round bushcraft survival knife for me, living in the UK. I'm not out there skinning blooming buffalo and you know, although I'd like to, it'd be good. But over here, majority of the time, yeah, I fillet fish, I might skin the odd rabbit, etc. Fish quite a bit. But I'm making feather sticks. It's about fire prep for me. I'm cutting rope, I'm making tent pegs, I'm making pot hangers, I'm making spoons, spatulas, I'm feathering sticks. Every time I go out, that knife gets used for making fire. Every time, without a doubt. So that is what I do. I need to batten with it? Probably not. Majority of the time I've got a hatchet with me and what have you. But it's good to test it out and try it with battening. Yep, it's a good strong full tang knife. So we'll batten and do some feathers and get this fire ready. And you can see straight away that that extra bit of length makes a difference. Means I can batten bigger stuff. Means I've got a good bit sticking out to use. you'll know if I'm going to light a fire, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be feather sticks. Whether it's a bow drill, whatever, I love feather sticks. So let's try it out with these feathers. Well, the extra length in this blade would help with these as well. Absolutely beautiful. Like a knife through butter. That is gorgeous. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm in two minds whether to give Jack my large felt and keep the other, but nah. That large felt's been with me a while. But I would have this, absolutely love this knife. I like to have a knife that I can use to cut veg as well, instead of grovelling in my pack for that thinner little orpinol or whatever, which are great mine for cutting veg. But I can just pull it out my sheath and chop that veg effortlessly, put it back in my sheath, give it a wipe off, back in the sheath. It's nice. So this one, it does fantastic at that as well. Yeah, because the blade's not too thick, it nails it. Absolutely fantastic. Comes with an absolute belting ferro rod. Yeah. On the case, so it's on the sheath. But I've only used it a few times, but it's a Bobby Dazzler. Good sharp 90-degree spine on the knife, which is what you need. Boom. Billy soon got out of the way then, but it's a belter. So let's spark this fire up. Can't knock them. Get Billy's dinner out, eh? So to sum it up, the Adventure BPS CSHF I think it is. But what a fantastic knife. Retailing about 40 quid. I've got 10% off if you want it, but at 40 quid, it's an absolute bargain of a knife. Yeah, if I didn't have any other knives, that would be my knife for the rest of my life, I reckon. Yeah. I'm not into having loads of knives. I test that got sent me. I've tested it, I've absolutely loved it. So I recommend it. It's a great bit of kit. So from me and Billy, who's round here, who's coming round here now. You're right, Billy, come here. Good boy. So from me and Billy, it's been fantastic seeing you, and hope to see you again real soon. So I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.